everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the holidays. I'm Deidre Behar, as usual, joined by my Christmas elf, Katy Krause.
Hi, guys.
I like that affectionate nickname we have for each other.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
Christmas elf.
Christmas elves. Today we are back yet again with another panel show, but today the hot topic at hand is the best couples of 2012.
Yes.
Now, I think you would agree with me that this was a particularly hard list that we assembled because there were so many great ones.
Yes, a ton. This was the year of romance,
It
right?
was,
2012, the year of romances.
Lots of hookups, lots of people heating up, but we were able to do the unthinkable and narrow it down to our top 3, and then stay tuned to the end because we're also going to talk about a couple we would like to see happen in 2013 and a couple that we think needs to give it a rest.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so kick us off with couple numero 3.
All right, you guys. Number 3 is Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, known best as Kimye. I kind of like that name together, right?
It's so easy to say, yes,
I
Kimye.
mean, they are both huge superstars. She is arguably one of the most famous women in the entire world. He, one of the most famous males in the entire world. Some people compare them to the likes, I don't know about this, but Jay-Z and Beyonce. And they literally proved, even though she had some rocky relationships and she went through her quick marriage and divorce to Kris Humphries, that they are really in it for the long haul. They do not go anywhere without being together. He, who doesn't really like to do that many media appearances, has really stepped it up and been there for Kim.
Complete 180
Yes,
for Kanye.
Yes, and he has helped style her and has gotten her gifts and gifts and gifts galore. And
Because she needs more gifts.
because that's exactly what she needs. I kind of like them together. I know that some people
100%.
don't, but I feel like they are the equivalent of one another. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think the basis of their relationship is so strong because they understand each other.
Yes.
Okay, Kris Humphries had a bit of a different background. He was raised differently than Kim. Kanye and Kim are very much on the same wavelength, okay?
Yeah.
They like to travel the world together. They're both very opulent. They both like fine dining. They both have very similar interests. And I think at the core of a relationship, that's really something important to have.
I agree.
So they've traveled, they've done media appearances together. Kanye, like you said, has been on Keeping Up with the Kardashians numerous times, which is quite entertaining, may I add.
Which is very unsurprising too, because who would have thought that he would have done that?
Been down for that, yeah.
Yes. And he wrote that song and he referenced her.
Yes, he wrote Way Too Cold and he publicly declared that he was in love with Kim, and Kris Humphries is lucky that Jay didn't drop him from the team. And then he also included her in Click. There's that little sex tape reference in Click.
And true.
And I think that it's interesting that he referenced her sex tape because it's kind of showing even at my girlfriend's lowest point, I still love her so much and I want the world to know it. And of course, we've heard that both Kanye and Kim's homes are currently on the market. They're both living in Miami right now, filming Kim and Kourtney Take Miami. And I think it's awesome that Kanye's there and he wants to be a part of her other show.
I agree.
So who knows if they'll be buying some property together. Maybe that'll come in 2013.
Or if he'll put a ring on it.
That would be even
Anytime
better. Yes. Who is couple number 2 though?
Well, couple number 2 is one of my favorite couples of the year. It's one of my favorite moments of the year.
Forget the year. They're one of your favorite couples of life.
Of life. You guys know that I love, adore, just admire
Worship.
Jennifer Aniston. And I could not have been happier when Justin Theroux put a ring on it. He proposed on his birthday, which I think is so sweet because he said it was the best gift that he could ever receive was her saying yes.
How selfless.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just love that she has given this guy a chance. They met on the set of Wanderlust with, of course, Paul Rudd starring opposite her. They fell in love. I like that he's not competing for her in the spotlight. He's not like a Vince Vaughn, a Bradley Cooper, a Brad Pitt type.
A John Mayer.
A John Mayer, exactly. I think that bodes well for her. I think that's gonna work in her favor because so many people have tried to outshine her, for lack of a better word. And I'm sorry, but no one can outshine Jennifer Aniston.
You will not put Rachel in a corner, okay?
Exactly. Rachel Green for life.
For life.
What do you think of them?
I just think that Justin is a great catch for any woman, and I think Jen is a great catch for any guy. So when you put them together, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
He is such a talented, articulate, well-spoken, sort of a creative type, and I think she needs to be with someone who's more of a creative soul than someone who's like, look at me, take my photo. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or like, I'm just with you because people will take my photo.
Exactly. And it just seems like he's a great guy. Chelsea Handler gave him a public endorsement and said, I know him. He is to die for. He is just the greatest guy on the planet. And that is what Jen deserves after what she's been through.
Do you remember when she was talking to Chelsea Handler?
She started tearing up.
Yes, she shed a tear, and it was the sweetest moment of her that I think that I've ever seen. And she's so classy. She deserves
it all.
Good things.
I couldn't agree more.
Couple number one of the year. Who do we have?
Couple number one of the year, you guys. It really comes as no surprise. Of course, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. Jelena, as some people affectionately call them. I mean, what a whirlwind year for both of them. Both have super, super successful careers outside and independent of one another. But when they get together on a red carpet, you just turn your head immediately.
And watch them.
And admire them. And they just seem like such a good example of young love. They're very, very young. A lot of people say, oh, they're too immature. They don't know what love is. When I see them look at each other, I'm like, wow, they look like they're actually really into each other. And it's not a superficial, oh, our publicist set this up sort of thing.
Well, I remember a while back at the Vanity Fair after Oscars party. Do you remember that?
Glamour defined.
Yes, they were the epitome of almost old Hollywood glamour because of the way that they were they were dressed to the nines. She looked so classy. He could not take his eyes off of her. They've been through so many ups and downs, you guys. Her shooting movies, him embarking on this world tour, and yet they have made it happen and made it work. They did go through some rough patches, but there was light at the end of the tunnel for them.
Yes.
And I think that that is a testament to how they really feel about each other.
I agree, and I don't know a single person who can say, my relationship has been all roses and cake the whole time. People go through rough patches, and it's unfortunate that they're under a microscope and we have to hear about it every time some sort of a bump in the road presents itself. But, you know, we saw them the night of the AMAs.
Yes, and they looked so cute and
they
happy.
were so in love. They were dancing, they were in their own private booth. He had eyes for no one but Selena. So hats off to them for showing us a good example of young love.
Yes, amen.
Okay, so as we told you earlier, we are going to discuss a couple that we would maybe like to see cool it a bit in 2013. Who do you think needs to tone it down a notch?
Okay, I love Katy Perry. I love John Mayer's music. I don't really like them together just because he doesn't have the best track record when it comes to dating. He has broken so many hearts. He has dated so many women, and I'm not saying that people can't change. I think that they can. I just don't want to see Katy Perry get hurt because I think that she was heartbroken over her divorce from Russell Brand, and I want her to be with someone nicer. Do you agree?
I could not agree more. Ever since John Mayer gave that interview to Playboy magazine where he just outed Jessica Simpson, who I adore, that was kind of when I put him on my permanent naughty list.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think you're right. Katy Perry is a recent divorcee, and she's in probably a very fragile, emotional place in life. And there's so many reports in the media about the honeymoon phase is already over and he was rude to her at dinner. I mean, so early on in the relationship, things should be peachy keen. It's too early for drama. So I love how you put it. Love Katy Perry, love John Mayer's music. But I would maybe like to see her get back together with the musician from Florence and the Machine. He seemed like a nice, normal guy who's not going to try to steal the spotlight or like use her or anything weird like that. So cheers to Katy Perry, hopefully finding love in 2013.
Yes, and on a happier note, we also put together a couple that we would maybe like to see date next year.
Yes.
And I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but I strangely really am into this. It's Demi Lovato and Josh Hutcherson. They both had explosive years in 2012, only to get even bigger in 2013. I think going back to the whole similar interests thing and like similar lifestyles, they both got into the entertainment industry at very young ages. He's just blowing up. He has Catching Fire coming out next year. He's shooting it right now. She is a hot commodity on the X Factor. And I think she might re-sign for next year is the rumor. We'll see what happens with that. I think that they could be really great. What do you think?
I love this idea. Like, all together, I think this like needs to happen. I don't know who you and I have to call to make it happen, but you know, I think the thing with Demi is that she has a history of going for like the bad boy, the rocker, and sometimes that's good in theory, but not in practice.
Right.
And I think Josh Hutcherson is a stand-up guy. He is charismatic. He seems to be very warm-hearted and a really just nice, friendly kind of guy. And I think you always should give the nice guy a try at some point in your life. Demi turned 20 this year. You know,
she's still young.
She's still young, but I was gonna say she's not 15. You know, maybe a good stable relationship would be something she's interested in having in 2013. And I think Mr. Josh Hutcherson is quite a catch.
What could their couple name be? Dimash?
Dosh.
Dosh?
Demi and Josh.
Lovato?
Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah. Hutchvato. Okay, you're really
I'm just being really weird right now, you guys. Sorry.
I like it. I'm not mad about it at all.
So, cheers to them, hopefully becoming a couple.
Yes.
In 2013.
Yes.
Well, let's run down all 3 of our top couples of the year.
Yes. Okay, so I have a few questions for you guys. You have to hit us up below in the comment section and let us know who your favorite couples of 2012 were. Perhaps it was Kim Ye, perhaps it was Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, maybe it was Jen Aniston and Justin Theroux. And then of course let us know if you think there's a couple that needs to kind of cool it, maybe like we think, Katy Perry and John Mayer. And maybe there's a couple that you'd like to see hook up, like we think maybe Demi Lovato and Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah, leave us all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And of course, Deidre and myself, we always do our best to respond. You guys can also tweet us, find us on Facebook, but most importantly, subscribe. We would really, really, really like that. So, it would be
How much would we like that?
A lot. Just a lot, a lot, a lot. Just hit it. It's right there. It's really easy.
If we get to 80,000 by the end of the year, what will we do as a thank you for them?
We will take your suggestions, I can talk, below, and then pick one. And maybe like a tour of the Clever offices.
Oh yeah.
Maybe an ice cream party here. I don't know.
Maybe you want to see us wear more ridiculous hats. We're really open to anything.
Yeah. So leave us your ideas on that too. And again, subscribe. For Deidre Behar, I'm Katie Krause. I hope that you guys have a great, great, great holiday season. If you're in some cold weather, stay warm, drink some cocoa, and we will see you in 2013.
Oh yeah.
Ciao. Bye. Bye.